So last year I made a video on my Starlink Mini setup. People complained because of the sound and it was horrible. We went out and got mics since then, so hopefully I'm being picked up better this time. I'm going to start this video not so much talking about the case and the tripod just yet, but talking about cable management, because I've heard a bunch of people having problems with this long cord being all knotted up. And I'm going to show you essentially what one of my uncles showed me when I was a kid, and I've used it ever since. I use this on long extension cords and everything else. What it does is it stops you from having a bundle of wires that you have to pull apart, or from the wire keeping a memory as far as how it was wrapped. And you just start out with a simple knot in the cord, and then it's just a series of half knots. So you pull through a half knot or a slip knot, and then you just keep doing that. And all I'm doing is taking it from this hand, passing it through, pulling it out, and you just do that over and over again. You can make these large or small, it doesn't really matter. I like to keep them large. I don't like to keep my wires tightly bound by any stretch of the imagination. So again, I'm just bringing it through. And this cord is really long, but once you've done this once, you've done it a million times. And it really doesn't take a whole lot of thought or energy to tie up the cord. And that's it. So now it may look like a huge bundle, but I can go ahead and just lay this out however I like. I can go ahead and just pile it all up like that, and then you don't have any problem pulling it apart. And when you need length, all you do is you come to the last knot and you just pull it on through, and the whole thing unravels like that. So again, very easy to put away. You're just doing half knots or slip knots for the whole cord. Okay, and that's how I do cable management, especially for this Starlink Mini. When it's so big and small, you can just pile it all up however you want, and then you just pull out the end, and again, you're just slipping it on through. And you can essentially unravel the whole thing or whatever length you need. I generally leave the knot on the end that's going to get the plug, and then whatever's left over of this that doesn't get pulled out gets put in my storage area. But okay, let's get into it. My Starlink Mini case, I've got an Apachee 4800 rugged mobility. This is fairly cheap. It comes with all the foam inserts, so all you have to do is cut out the compartments you want to make. I use this JOILCAN AH75 tripod. I originally got the tripod because what I liked about it is it had this hook here at the bottom, and I thought I would put a weight on that if the wind ever got bad enough that I was afraid it was going to flip over. I was very concerned about, this satellite dish flying and then getting destroyed while I was out and about. It never happened. This holds up like a champ. I've never had a problem with it blowing over or anything like that. The other thing I did, because I was worried about it getting damaged, is I bought this surround or this case for it. I thought I would be in situations more often where this comes with magnets that you can screw into the bottom and you can put it on like the hood of a van, or it comes with suction cups that you can then screw into the bottom of here, and you can put them on like the skylight of your vehicle. I haven't run into either of those situations yet. Mostly what I'm using it is we stop at an RV site and I just run this out and connect it, and within, I'd say 5 to 7 minutes, I've got internet. So like I said, I can take this cord, stick it in here, and essentially when I flip it up, the first thing I want is what I'm going to grab first is the Starlink Mini. I have made custom cutouts, or just cutouts, for the pieces that I like the most. This being the one that gets connected most of the time. It's got a tripod mount on the bottom. This tripod mount just goes right into the top of here. Very simple to use. The one thing I will say is that there is an aluminum piece that you can buy that fits in here that screws down. They made this aluminum piece like exactly perfect, to the point where it's a pain in the ass to get in here. So what I had to do is put on some vegetable oil and just really push down into there, and I finally got it into place. And once, there's no reason for it to be that tight. You've got a screw, for gosh darn. So it could have just fit in there and then you could have screwed it tight. But anyways, that's just me complaining. I haven't had any problems. It's never come out. It's never had an issue. You can see the aluminum from the other side there. My cord, and generally, along with the plug, those are the only things that I need to set it up. I have a cord set up so I can pull from the cigarette lighter in the van or in the RV. I haven't had to use it yet. It's there in case I do. It'll supply, I think it's 100 watts of power is what you need consistently. These are the suction cups that I was talking about earlier. They just screw onto the bottom, and then they have these little pumps that you can suction in and out. And below here, let me see if I can find one. At the very bottom, these are the magnets. So these guys are incredibly powerful. Don't put two of them together. It'll be, you'll need pliers to get them apart. But again, that's my case. I've got this cut out so that the power just slides right in there. And as far as the setup goes, it's fairly easy. You just take the one end, plug it into the plug. You go ahead and you plug that into power. Then you find your other end. And because I am not all bound up, I've got this end. All I have to do is, of course, it's going to be a pain in my rear end this time. What did I do? Did I undo the wrong side? Oh, I can't believe I have to make this video again. Oh, there it goes. I don't know what I did. There goes the slip knot. So you just, again, slip, 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 slip. Slip, slip, slip. So you just pull out the length that you need. There are two little holes here. You just run it through along the bottom, plug it into the dish, snap into place there. So now you've got your setup. Then all you need to do is, where is this guy? There's a little release right here. That way, there's a release. That release allows you to set this up. Once it's in place, you just lock it down, and then it is good to go. And that's it. And all I have to do now is face this north. I pull out my app, and then it's good to go. When you're ready to break it down, I always unplug it first. I don't know why. I unplug from here, release. On this side, you just pull up and pull out. Plug. I go ahead and I retie my wire. I bring back my case. First thing I do is I put back my mount at the very bottom. Again, if you want to see how I have it set up, this was a first time try. I'm sure somebody else can come up with a better configuration, but essentially all of the mounts for that case or for that protective case are on the left side with the power. Power slips right in there. I just take my wire. Again, I don't have to worry that it's all jumbled up because they're all slip knots. It'll come out very easy. Then I take this guy and just put them like that. And then it is ready to go. So these are the items that I use and the way I go about transporting it every time I take this. I just throw it in one of my outdoor lockable areas and it's good to go. And that's how I set up my Starlink Mini.